we might just introduce ourselves. So we'll just go down the line, name, pronoun, and pronouns if you wish, and what your role is on the production. So obviously I'm Paige, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm not on the production, but I do love it. So,
my name is Zara, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm the music director.
My name's Liam McElwain and I'm the resident director of this production and my pronouns are he, him.
I'm Jessica Cock and my pronouns are she, her, and I cover the roles of Alana and Zoe.
I'm Teresa Tate Britton, she, her. I cover Heidi and Cynthia.
I'm Harry Target. Sorry. My pronouns are he, him, and I play Connor Murphy.
Hello, my name is Ari. My pronouns are he, him, and I cover Jared and Connor.
Hi, my name is Lawrence Hawkins. My pronouns are he, him, and I cover Evan and Connor.
Hello, my name is Bo Woodbridge and I play Evan.
I'm Verity Hunt-Ballard, I play Heidi Hansen.
My name is Jacob Rosario, my pronouns are they, he, and I play Jared.
Hello. Yes. I'm Martin Cruz, he, him, and I play Larry Murphy.
Hi, I'm Carmel Rodriguez, and I play Alana Beck.
G'day, I'm Todd. I he, him, and I cover Larry Murphy.
I'm Georgia Langa-Aya, she, her, and I play Zoe Murphy.
I'm Nat O'Donnell, she, her, and I play Cindy.
Verity, I wondered, because you played Mary Poppins, yes, and that obviously is a very different sound, and I'm just wondering your experience, like coming onto this show, how did it fit, like in terms of what it takes from you as a performer, is there a difference in what you what you need to do in the rehearsal room, but also what you feel like you're offering an audience?
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody here would know that as in straight theatre as well, that you approach everything, I guess, with a slight different insight. But technically, yeah, it's a very different sound. I was never a soprano. I had to work very hard to find that place for Mary Poppins, and that was a long time ago. I'm now a little bit older, and so coming to something like this in contemporary musicals is very exciting for me, because I guess there is a little bit more scope to tell the story, a scene into song, as you would all see. The idea and the hope that we all have is that there's a seamlessness that goes from a scene into a song. Sometimes in different musical theatre, it is so jarringly obvious that the scene has finished and then we start the song. But in this kind of musical, you really want to feel like the character's voice that you've developed is the same as the singing voice, so that it feels like we're just on the same trajectory for the character, seamlessly moving through scene to song. So yeah, it's a different way of singing, and it's a real privilege when you get to sing all sorts of different styles, and not everybody can do it, and that's why Dean's casting of this it is so amazing, because you really do need to have acting chops and movement chops and singing chops, which hopefully resonates for the audience.
Yeah, no, definitely, and you do feel that it's a really different experience and a really beautiful one. Natalie, I wondered if you wanted to add anything to that, and Martin as well.
Yeah, I'll actually, just as Bez was speaking.
That's what they call me, Bez.
Oh, sorry, Verity. As Verity was speaking. I was thinking about how, So Big, So Small, for example, the beautiful note a million different ways, and it is so emotionally connected to where Heidi is in the story, and I think that is actually, Verity is extraordinary at melding the two. And two, that is the beauty of a contemporary musical and this musical is that the notes are so considered that they match where the character is emotionally, so when they are big and they're technical and all those types of things, actually they're really deeply connected and that's a joy. I think that's the joy of a contemporary score, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty special.
I'll just add to that many years ago I did a great production of West Side Story, and the director along these lines said to us, when the emotion is too great to express in words, we sing, and when the emotion is too great to express in song, we dance. And he was speaking specifically about West Side Story, but it's a great, I always keep it in mind, I teach it to my students, and I think that is absolutely true in this show. The moments where dialogue moves into song, there is an emotional reason generally, which makes it a lot easier to perform.
Yeah, there definitely is, and I feel like everyone goes on a big journey in the show, and like it's a big emotional journey. And I'm wondering, Bo, I want to ask you, because it's huge what everyone is doing on this stage, and it asks a lot of you. I've got a million questions I want to ask all of you. I'm like, I don't have time because I'm going to have to. But I just want, I mean, Bo, how did you prepare for this role? And what care have you put in place around you, I guess, to make sure that, because when you're singing, like as you say, when you're feeling something and you're singing it's every part of your body, yeah. So that has an emotional memory in your body. What process do you have?
Day by day by day is how I have taken it. From finding out I got the role, I did a lot of, before learning any lines, I did a lot of reading the whole book from the cover to cover, just over and over again, so I could get the sense of the entire story of the whole thing and what was happening over and over again. From getting cast as well, I kind of stopped. I always tend to stop listening if there's cast recordings out there as well, to other people's performances. I don't really want that to influence what I'm going to do, because when you go and audition for something, they clearly see something in your version of what they're wanting to put onto the stage. So, but yeah, I have just been taking it one day at a time, kind of really wanted to come to day one of rehearsals well prepared, because it's a big role, there's a lot to do, but I think also there's that element of leading a show, and it's my first time leading a show, and I wanted to come in and be able to be supportive as well for the rest of the company, and it's such a supportive company. To do this show with these people every day is an absolute gift, and so it just feels like from day one as well, we've all had each other's back, which is a big thing, I think. To have a cast that is all so on board with each other can be a bit rare. But yeah, there's definitely, if I'm having an issue, I can talk to anybody here and be like, look, I think I'm gonna approach it this way tonight. I think I'm gonna maybe have a go at this. But also everybody's so adept up here that you can make these little minute changes to scenes and songs, and they're right on board with you, and they help you get there. So it's really, really great.
Yeah, we felt that from day one when you were sort of rehearsals, like the love between your company was strong, and it was felt all through the WAF, which is very, very nice to have. Georgia, I wonder, this is your first musical, yeah? Your voice is just extraordinary, and every time you sing, I just start crying. I cried, I was a mess. It was all of you, obviously, together, but you're really unique, and this is your first musical, and you feel so completely there and so present. How has it felt for you coming in? How did you get? I guess how did the process begin for you?
I'm so not as eloquently spoken as the rest of the people on stage. Well, I found out that I had booked this show in February, very conveniently on my second day of orientation, starting a musical theatre course at NIDA. So every little bit of information that I got through that course, I just put directly into this, because I knew that was what was coming. I also come from a very musical family, as you might know. My brother just got cast in, well, just was announced that he's in Hadestown. My other brother is in Jesus Christ Superstar. My dad's in Greece.
Got some good family advice coming in.
Yeah, there's a lot of advice coming from a million different places, but yeah.
Amazing. And what about in terms of, obviously you're giving a lot as well on stage every night. Do you have processes that you put in place to, I guess, warm down after a show?
I do, well, like vocally I warm down in the car, but after I have a little routine with Harry backstage after my big cry and words fail, because he comes and like peeks around the side of the truck and then comes up, I always give him a big hug after, and that's like my reset to then come into the orchard.
I've got so many questions. Okay, Lawrence, I want to come to you because you've been on and you came on quite early in the process. And obviously with musicals, it's really normal to have a swing or a standby. In theatre, it's not so much, and we kind of got used to it during COVID because we had to. But it's such an important thing to kind of to keep a show alive and to keep our industry thriving. But it's I find it's such a special and unique person who can do that. And I wondered, like, when you got the call, Lawrence, and you're going on tonight, tell me, what runs through your head? And what does your day look like?
I mean, I feel like knowing, I guess, the nature of the dialogue in the show, I guess I can certainly say I shat myself. Typically, I mean, it's not uncommon for covers to go on during previews, but it is certainly like pretty hectic thing to happen. I know a few of us covers have covered before. I've covered before. I've never done a track like this though, where not only is the role of Evan so demanding, but also not having another on-stage ensemble track to have at the same time, which is what I had last time. So I'm not really answering your question, am I?
You are, you're definitely answering.
So Wednesday, we kind of got a vibe early in the day, so usually, I've had calls like as close as like an hour before the hour call. It's my job, it's what I'm contracted to do, that's fine.
Yeah, no, but we don't know what it's like, it's terrifying.
I mean, like, it's in the role, we're all listed as standbys, and so even though, tonight we're all in a dressing room playing cards, we're still, we're still standing by. On Wednesday when I went on, I was lucky enough to be able to kind of tech rehearse the role. So I was in at like 10 a.m. and then we just kind of, essentially with Liam, I kind of ran the show 3 times that day. One with Liam in the room, and then when everyone else came in, doing all the tech stuff, and then that night with an audience. And I was really lucky that my parents flew as well, so that was really special. But anyway, and then I think nothing ever prepares you for the first run. I think your first run as a cover is so different from a first run where you have rehearsed as the role, because that level of preparedness isn't there. You're just like, well, here it is, and if it comes out, it comes out. And but I think and particularly to do it 2 days in a row, that was both exhausting and really, really rewarding. And I think whenever a cover goes on, it's just like if it was a success, it was the success of everyone. And like everyone really, it's not just, everyone was like, wow, you really rose to the challenge, you did a really good job, but I really felt like it was thanks to this team of people that really, my team of covers that I rehearse with, Liam, Zara, and then the team of onstage cast that really lifted to support me for those 2 shows. It's always fun when a cover goes on.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Well, the first day that I watched The Run in the Room, Ari and Jess, were both Ari, you were on for the first time, Jess, you sang a couple of songs as well. And I was like, this is amazing. Incredible. Look, I'm getting the rap. I'm going to throw it out here. So apologies to everyone that I haven't asked you all a question, but I wanted to throw it out to the audience now.